I'm going to show you how you can disconnect and log off idle remote sessions on Windows Server. So to do this, we're going to deploy a policy using group policy to all of the servers within our Active Directory estate. So to start, I'm logged onto my primary domain controller, and we're going to open up the group policy management. And then under group policy objects, we can right click and create a new GPO. I'm going to call this logoff idle sessions and then press OK. And then we can right click the GPO and press edit. What we'll then want to do is under computer configuration, come to policies, administrative templates, Windows components, then remote desktop services, and then remote desktop session host, and then session time limits. Now the two we're going to look at are the set time limit for active but idle remote desktop sessions, and also set time limit for disconnected sessions. So what we'll do is we'll use the set time limit for active but idle remote desktop sessions first. So if we double click that, we can enable it and then set a time limit. So what this will do is anyone that's logged in, when they're idle for any of these time durations, it will then disconnect their session but not log them off. So you're going to want to set this to whatever time limit you want. For this demo, I'm just going to set it to 1 minute, but obviously you'd realistically set this to a much higher value, and then press apply and then OK. So now when we apply this policy, anyone that's idle for, in our case, 1 minute, it will disconnect their session. Then what we'll do is we'll chain this with the set the time limit for disconnected sessions. So if we double click that and then configure it, and then we can end a disconnected session after, in this case, I will do 1 minute again, but in a production environment, you would have this much higher. So what's going to happen is once a session is idle for 1 minute, they will get logged off and the session will go to disconnected. And then once they've been disconnected for 1 minute, the session will then be logged off. So now we've got them two policies, we can close our editor and get our group policy. And what I'm going to do is apply this to my server's organizational unit. So this policy will be applied to all of my Windows servers. Now what I'll do is I will just log on to a server just so we can test this. So I've logged onto another server, and then if I just log in, then what I'll do is I'll just leave this for a minute, and then it should automatically log us off after about 1 minute. So I've sped that up, but the 1 minute has passed and our session has been disconnected. So if I just reopen our server, and then what I'll do is I will log in with a different account just to show what's happening. And then if I open up a task manager and come to users, the account that I was initially logged in with is now in a disconnected state. And then pretty shortly, that will then get automatically logged off because it has been idle in a disconnected state for an additional minute. Now I've just sped that up, but as we can see, my user account has been fully logged off, and it's only the account that I'm currently logged in to the server with that is active. So that is how you can disconnect and log off idle remote sessions on Windows Server.